Hello and welcome to this new video. In this one we are going to see the visual programming techniques that we can access through Revit. In this one we are going to use Dynamo, which is like a plugin installed with Revit, and we are going to see how to access to Dynamo and how to deal with data in Revit and in Dynamo. Well, first of all, we're trying to explain the use of Dynamo using an example. So let's imagine that we are a company that we are under the responsibility of reviewing different elements, different structural elements of different bridges. For instance, we have different protocols to see the damage related to stays, related to arcs, related to pillars, and so on. And we have our processes linked with Excel spreadsheets, like for instance will be this one. So for the company, it could be interesting to save all the data related to BIM and try to link this information in Excel spreadsheets to the 3D model. So this exercise is going to do that. Link this information with the 3D BIM model, just doing it automatically with no manual interaction. So in this regard, we are going to do a Dynamo script linked with Python, and we are going how to manage the different data of the 3D model linked with Excel spreadsheets. So this is an example. Let's imagine that under bridge inspection, I want to cover or I want to provide to the technical profile that is going to do the visual inspection, I want to provide this Excel, okay? And then I want to automatically get through the BIM model the number of the stay, the unique ID of the BIM and different IDs that are referred to each element inside the model, which is the family and which is the arc. And I want to automatically fill this table. So we can do this thing in different ways. One is the manual one, going through the model, checking one by one the elements, or checking different data quantity tables that you can access through Revit, but this is a manual thing. However, also we can do our Dynamo script, and also we can use Python in order to improve our code and in order to be faster than doing the same process in another way. Where is Dynamo, this visual programming? Well, Dynamo is installed with Revit, so I can go through Manage, and here I have Dynamo. I cannot see it because I have already opened it. I will close it and I will open again. I am going to I am in Excel. I am going to go to Revit. I am going to here analyze, manage, and here in Dynamo I'm going this one. Dynamo is like a plugin, and now it's being opening. So I have here Dynamo. What is Dynamo? I am going to open this file. All the Dynamo files are saved as DYN, Dynamo files. Okay, I'm going to open my file, the solution of this exercise, and this is, you can see that with only a few codes in Python scripts or using different entities, different functionalities inside of Dynamo, we are going to handle all the data related to the BIM model, and we are going to be able to extract all the information not only from Revit to Excel, also in the other way around. Of course, you can link information with Excel, or you can link information with other entities. For instance, you can make different HTTP requests to different servers and to retrieve data from different APIs and so on. Possibilities are very big under this context. So, in this regard, as you can imagine, every single element has its own parameters. For instance, I want to extract and I want to put in this table the number, the ID, and the unique ID, the family in order to have a good traceability of the elements, and the arc. And I want to make or to handle this arc as this is the left arc, this is the main arc, and this is the right arc. How we are going to know, or how we are going to code anything to make difference between the elements that are inside the main arc, or inside the left arc, or inside the right arc? Well, it depends of the way that the elements have been modeled. For instance, we can find some parameters related to the elements, so those parameters could be there. Or for instance, in this case and in this exercise, we can see that is the family that is going to say to us where the element is located, under which arc is located. So for instance, here we can see that is main arc, this we can see that is the left arc, and this we can see that is the right arc. Okay, but it will not be always like this. It could be, for instance, it will exist a parameter inside of the element properties that could be, for instance, a stay location, and instead of reading this name of the family, we should read this part. Okay, but in this exercise, what we need to read is this one, the family name. Okay, so remember that we want to fill the number, the ID, the unique ID, the family, and according to the name of the family, we want, or we are going to do with Python, and to locate here automatically which arc is the right, the central, or the left. So we have this Excel. I am going to close it. Later I am going to explain every single step of in a summarized way, every single step of this code, and I'm just going to click run. And as you can see, every single element has been fulfilled. The ID, a number, the ID, the unique ID, those are located in the BIM model. You have also the family, and according to the family, we are providing if they are located in the right, left, or main arc. Okay, how we are doing this? Well, this is quite important, and we have to start the process collecting the information, collecting the elements. Okay, so when I want to sort according to one parameter, for instance, or according to the name of the family, first I need to collect of the elements. What happened here? We are going to start collecting. If you remember the lesson detailed in one of the first video, in which we have seen the hierarchy of the different elements, we have category, we have family, we have types, and we have elements. Now I am starting the process collecting all the elements, starting from the family. So every single black box that you can see here are extracted from this menu. Okay, and it will provide to us different ways to handle the BIM elements and the BIM parameters. So in this one, what I am doing, I am just collecting all the elements related to this family. I am collecting the family, I am collecting the elements, I am creating a list, and here I have different scripts. One related of Python, two related of Python, and the other one, this is for collecting the ID of the element, for collecting the unique ID of the element, and just collecting the type. So remember that the output of this box are all the elements, as you can see here. Let me check. I am collecting all the stays, 44 stays. So this list is being sent it goes to this box, to this one, to this one, and to this one. So the first one is a Python code to generate a numbering. Only that, just to create 1, 2, 3 and create a list to export to the Excel. This box is getting the ID for each element of the list that is coming as an input. The same for this, but instead of element ID is getting the unique ID. The element type is getting the name of the type of the family, and in this one we are sorting by the arc. So this is a Python script. This is a quite important functionality inside of Dynamo because you can use Python inside of this environment. So in this regard you can make your code quite more flexible and quite more efficiency. So in this one, what we are doing, we are receiving all the elements and we are iterating over the elements. So for each element I am getting the family, and if the family has this name, I will create the parameter, I will create the string left arc. If the family is naming as stays main arc, I will create this parameter, and if the family is stays right arc, I will create this one. So every single new parameter is being implemented in a list, the output list, as you can see. So the output list is being filled according to this if, and this output list is the thing that we are sending out, that is the out of this algorithm. So we have, as you can see, the output list of this code is this, the output list of the first one is just a numbering, and for instance, the output list of the family is just the name of the family. What we are doing in this step is just collecting every single list in just one list, and then we export to our Excel. So every single list, as you can see, this is the list of the first black box, of the second, of the third, of the fourth, and of the fifth. So that's why it's quite interesting Dynamo, not only for data management, also you can automatic model different constructive elements. In this example we have seen how to handle different data extracted from the model and implemented it to the Revit spreadsheets, but you can do in the other way around. We can try to generate every single or new data management related to each, for instance, each constructive element, and we can get this data, read in our Dynamo, and implement again into the Revit file. So quite interesting, not only Dynamo for automatic modeling, also for data management. You can link, for instance, different software, or you can link, for instance, different spreadsheets in which, for instance, you can have different structural calculations, or for instance, you could have different cost estimations. And reading the quantification of the BIM model, you can extract that information and put it in your specific spreadsheets related to cost estimation, planification, or wherever. Well, that's all for this video. Hope you could enjoy this lesson regarding to visual programming and Dynamo, and thank you very much for your time. Thanks for your attention. This video and this MOOC is part of the project Digital Twins Infrastructure and Cities. You can find more information through this link and through this QR. Thank you very much for your time.